2014, we had a lot of twist. The consumers have a lot of products which are very classical. We had a lot of trends, retro, vintage, minimalist. So they are looking for something a bit more baroque, but with sense of humor, with fantasy. Something fun, but something elegant, something a lot inspired by the surrealist movement. This trend is a lot influenced by the digital natives, by the Y generation. They want to bring energy, they want to say also to their parents or to designers, okay, wake up and you became a little bit boring or a little bit arrogant, okay, let's bring fun.
Yes, yes. So we are friends since 7 years, we know each other, so we still tell us your opinion about Boca do Lobo.
I'm always a great fan of Boca do Lobo. It's a brand that's always in the trend and a lot into new luxury and exigence and quality and style and know-how, but with modernity and it's never reconstitution of something historical and patrimonial. There's a great energy, there's self-derision and everything is very serious and so it's a very interesting brand because there's a very nice evolution in energy and strong creativity and very close to trends. So that's why we're always in touch for each trend form I do because your brand Boca do Lobo is like a reference.
Yes, but we have that reference, people associate always Boca do Lobo with exclusivity. So in your opinion, what are the main characteristics that make Boca do Lobo exclusive? Why is it so exclusive?
It's exclusive because there's a strong personality. You don't find something like that somewhere else. It's always unique, original. Each time I see a new product from Boca do Lobo, I say, wow. So, and I smile because it's elegant and with always a strong idea. It's always a surprise. So it's exclusive because there's not something which is so-so. It's exclusive because there's always a very good and elegant and qualitative idea. But it's also for a clientele which is very aesthetic, which is very connoisseur, which is very interesting, trendy clientele. So that's why it's exclusive because this clientele is not for followers. It's for people needing people. So that's why this exclusivity means with strong personality and exigence, and but never posh. It's always people who really are, I would say, positive, full of life, and exigent also.
To describe Boca do Lobo in 3 words.
In 3 words?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm always used to so many things. In 3 words. I would say elegance, because there's an elegance, but a twisted elegance. There's a modern tradition. So I'm doing some double effects, and the third reassurance, energetic reassurance. It's inspired by products we know, by things we've already seen. But there's energy, there's irony, there's an added value. So it's combined worlds. What I like also Boca do Lobo is there's a collection. It's for collectioner. So each time it's very different. Each time there's something which is surprising, but it really depends. I'm still in love with some products who are a little bit old and we've seen because they're out of time. They were strong when they were launched, and they are still very interesting. So I'm always trying to. I'm always waiting for what Boca do Lobo is going to launch, what Boca do Lobo is going to present, because it's each time it's a new coup de cœur.
So you're running away from the question I asked.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite product. It's the last product is always the favorite, but
Yes.
I keep the others. I don't throw them away. I've kept all the brochure and the documentation regarding Bocado Lobo, and the new one is always the cœur, but all the others, it's like children. I'm still in love with the other babies. I don't want to throw them away. They're still very interesting.
Okay. So, and if you could choose one for your home decor, which would be more suitable? What's your home decor?
About my home decor, the table I've presented last time at Maison et Objet, the last Maison et Objet, the table with bubbles, with balls. But I see now there's not a table but something. That's what I would love to have at home. It's precious and curious, and that's what I like. So something which is original, different, creative, but not creative, but too creative. Creative, but with style and reference that I have in mind also.
And what about the materials? Are you familiar with materials?
Yeah, what's interesting, it's often traditional materials with a strong know-how, but with some finishes, some textures, some color effects. There's something really contemporary. For example, there, the coating, it looks like nail enamel, but the sculpture is traditional, but the finishing is modern. So that's what I like, the fusion, the fact that Bocado Lobo is mixing something traditional, which means reassurance, with something contemporary, which means re-enchantment. Because there's always something fusion and trying to find a harmony between paradoxes.
Have you already been into Portugal? Because we are
Well, many times. I love Portugal. I love Porto. I love cities.
When are you going to visit us? We are expecting.
Hope next time. But you know the business and with Portugal has been shaped. But Bocado Lobo still a very strong representative of the Portuguese energy and Portuguese talents, and there's a nice energy in Porto. But you know, have some British blood. I grew up on the west coast of France, so the Atlantic coast. So I feel comfortable with the Portuguese point of view and the point of view of Porto, the city itself.
So you are already invited.
I'm ready
go
to,
there.
yeah.
So we'll show our design studio, and we could show you also our production unity to see all these handmade productions in place, the artisans working.
Well,
very great.
and what I like also with Bocado Lobo, you have the feeling that it's a family, that it's not a machine, or that it's not that it's not only technical, functional, and it's not empty. There's life behind, and that I really appreciate the Bocado Lobo state of mind and atmosphere. It's very different from other furnishing companies which are really nice, and sometimes they're not really friendly. So I love the friendly touch of all the dream team of Bocado.
Yes. So now another question, personal question. Where have you been this summer?
Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Yeah. Since something like 30 years, Ibiza it's my second home, my second house, my second heart. So I can travel. I've been traveling all the time during the year, but in summer, Ibiza, I'm obliged to go there. I have to go there.
a restaurant that you recommend us to go here in Paris?
In Paris, a new place called Manger, very close to Bastille. Because in this place, I like it because it's a mix of something minimalist and essential bistro, but with they want to help some people who have problems to find a job. They want to help people who have some social problems. So there's sense, it's not only good food, it's also human values. That's what it's not only for making business and a place for hipsters or trendy people, it's also a place with social and even political values, and I would say maybe spiritual values, so with human values.
And a place to drink, have a drink after the work.
I won't say it because I want to give those places secrets, and
Okay.
but this I have to discover. But just a little idea. Some bars in called Soapy in Paris, south of Pigalle. You have lots of bars who used to be bars for ladies a little bit, and they all have very interesting decorations. One could look very medieval, one could look very Hawaii, one could look very boudoir, and they are really surprising. So, and moving from one place to another, that's an interesting idea for some dresses where you can find it.
Okay. And what about a special place for a sunset party?
La Nuba, the restaurant, bar, meeting place, which is on the roof of the Cité de la Mode et du Design, called La Nuba. Interesting because it's full of life, it's bazaar, it's you can eat, you can meet friends, you can dance, you can have fun. Here the river Seine, it's very energetic. Let's go there.
Oj,
And
den
one
där
decision that
tavlan där
we
blev man
just
lite
really
överraskad av.
can't lost. And you can say November. Another
No,
one.
Alaya. Alaya, the Galliera Museum. They've totally refurbished restored the museum. It's really an incredible place, and Zidane Alaya did incredible things. Sculptures, it's not dresses, it's not accessories, it's sculptures. So it's really impressive and very inspiring.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks.